before the episode starts, I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Graham's Windows and Doors at grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk, Yeovils' very best provider of windows, doors and conservatories. Thank you, James. Thank you, Sherelle. We really appreciate your support. Thanks also to Paramount Prizes. Paramount Prizes are a local online competition website and one of the best in the country. Go to paramountprizes.co.uk and grab yourself a bargain. That's paramountprizes.co.uk. Now, on with the show.
Well, hello, and welcome along to the Steve Kalish Show. New and improved, as you can see, we've all changed seats around. And for a very good reason. Our young Stephen was a host of this weekend just gone, Tattoo Fest, and is prepared to tell us all about it.
Yes, so I want to talk about the Tattoo Fest in general. We had a great time. Tattoo Fest was brilliant. Shout out to Georgie and her whole team. So we'll talk about Tattoo Fest as a general weekend. I was very proud of Georgie. It was incredible.
Pictures look great.
Man, it was so good. It was genuinely ace. It was really good. But I really want to talk about my. I hosted the tattoo judging competition. I want to give you a couple of teasers into what happened. Okay. And then we'll explore this after we've caught up with George and you and all that sort of stuff. So just to tease the audience, I was stood on stage in front of the entire crowd. And at one point, I yelled into the crowd, "Daddy!" I see his face in every crowd. And then I told them, I said, which is great, but I haven't seen my brother for 11 years. Like, for some reason, I started crashing out about my family trauma in front of them. It's like...
Perfect. You realise it was stand-up and not therapy, right?
Well, so I tried to... I even made a joke about this at one point, but in my mind, I was trying to do like a Matt Rife sort of crowd work thing, and I was just trying to, just off the top of the dome. I didn't prepare any jokes, and some of the jokes landed, other jokes didn't necessarily land. And so I will fill you in on the whole thing.
We'll get to that.
So,
Let's go with the positives of the weekend, please. Yes.
Well, George, you went to Tattoo
I
Fest.
also
What was
went,
your
yes.
experience?
I thought it was really good, actually. When I first came through the ticket bit, and there's like a couple of stalls, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And then I went upstairs, and we only explored one side. We didn't know that there was two sides where there was tattooists tattooing. And again, I thought, it's very small, very cramped room. There's 100,000 people in here. And then I bumped into you, and you said, there's loads more around the corner, by the way. And also, there's a whole other wing of tattooists on the other side.
Eyes,
So, question, what about stalls put you off?
Well, as you walked in, there was only like two, right, at the start.
Right, I see.
And I was like,
The lack of in
no.
that
Like, is there going to
particular
be enough to entertain us? Is there going to be enough to entertain people?
So you thought the initial...
Yeah, you just walked in and went, that's it.
Was it, yeah.
One of which was like, the brilliant Laura doing Lotus Beauty Lounge. There was a beauty stall. There was a stall which was like people advertising, like the blood bank. And you thought...
I thought that was it.
Wow.
And I thought...
Nothing about tattoos, but great.
I thought this is really great for the community, but I don't know if it's enough to entertain me. But then when we realised, I thought it was really good. And hats off to Georgie and the gang. It was a really good
both
time.
of you then, someone who wasn't there, and obviously George is very descriptive, lack of anything.
Yeah,
of course. Yep.
Explain the layout and what sort of thing was there. And
so once when you arrive, when I arrived, there was a giant woman on stilts. She was cool and she was huge and enormous, and I was fascinated by her. And I sort of followed her around like a puppy for a little while, just sort of like
that ADHD.
Yeah, just sort of like amused and happy to see her. And then, so I took a picture with her, and then when you first arrived, you got past the ticket thing. Everyone was very friendly and cool, got you all excited about it. And then there was, all the stalls laid out alongside the building, selling their wares. There's cool, kooky things that were interested. So it was like, Laura Smith from Lotus Beauty was doing beauty therapy stuff, like actual treatments and stuff on site.
Yeah.
There was people selling the Velvet Thunder band. They were there in their glitter.
Love Pete and the group.
Yeah, they were doing the glitter jungle thing they do, which is selling glitter, selling toys, selling it's really sort of getting you all ready and festivaled up.
Oh, okay.
So cool stands selling stuff all the way around to the other side of the stadium. Where there was the stage, the bar, one of the best burger vans I've ever seen in my life. Pizza Pasta Mundo, like just food, drink, bar, and then sick musicians playing on this really cool stage at the bottom.
We like it.
And then by the stage there was a huge tent where my son was one of my son's favorite parts, because in there was like a stall just selling really unusual shit. Like there's a guy, he goes, mate, look at this. And he goes, and my son goes, what's that? And he goes, oh, it's dinosaur poo. And I was like, whoa, shit. And it was like, stuffed animals and shit. And it was like a stuffed, stuffed like animals and crocodiles and.
Oh, that was the Curious. I think it's Curious.
Yeah, it was very a lot of eclectic, unusual things there.
Up by
Preston. On the way up to.
Yes, it's those guys.
Oh, is it?
And they
you
had
should not go in there.
They had all
they're pretty cool stuff.
You will spend some money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
really
they had
great.
all of the Devil's Den stuff as well.
That's right.
Which was really convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional, but
But then they had the boys from Skullduggery, a local barbershop. They were in there giving haircuts all day, so you could go there and emerge a completely different person, tattooed up to your eyeballs.
So come out there looking like Blink 182.
Yeah, you could. But actually, the most important thing, the reason we were there was that there was a tattoo festival. The festival itself, as a separate thing, they nailed it. It was really good. Okay. An actual tattoo celebration. The tattooing part of it was ace, because you go up into the stadium, like inside the building, and then the whole floor was just incredible tattooists working on people, showing you what they had, showing off their designs, and then culminating in a tattoo sort of competition.
Were these walk-ins, or this all like pre-organised stuff?
You could walk in. Some of it was pre-organised because they wanted to do big pieces on a model for the competition. But a lot of it was people just walking in and getting there was a gumball dispenser where you put money in, and it dispensed a random tattoo for you to get.
Ooh,
and I was speaking to this
I'm
big,
that idiotic.
Yeah, I was speaking to this big dude in the vest come up to me. He was all like worried, and I was going, "You okay, buddy?" He goes, I'm not sure where to get my cherries. And it was like a small little like cherries. It was like, get it behind my ear like an earring. So it was really great. It was really great.
Did either of you get inked, as they say?
No, I didn't get inked. I
asked multiple people, and they were already booked up. We got there probably about an hour after it started, and most of the people that I spoke to were already
people
booked
were very
up.
keen.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, it was rammed by the time we got there.
Well, you've got someone like the Southwest's best tattoo artists all in one place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was this? Did you have like categories? Like best portrait style, best.
What they did in the end was just do best of show. But my favourite, and the dude appreciated it. My favourite was on the first day. They were displaying. So let's get to the hosting part. This is all sort of molds into the hosting part. Okay. So a few weeks before,
the main part.
Yeah, the main focus.
Yeah.
The bit everyone was most excited about was I was there to grace the stage. A few weeks before, Georgie asked me if I would host the judging competition. I didn't know what it entailed, but I like Georgie and I want to help, so I thought, yeah, of course, whatever you need, I'll help you. And in the week build up to it, I had the worst flu I've had since that. When I had COVID a few years ago and almost died.
The gap in shows.
Yeah, I've been really, really unwell, and I've still got like part of it now on a chest infection now. I've been really unwell. I was really unwell throughout the entire weekend. It was grim. But I thought, I'm going to just game face, just do it. Didn't prepare anything. Didn't prepare any material. Wasn't sure what it was really. I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing. But I was just happy, confident, happy to be there. So I got up on stage, and the first time on the Saturday, I totally forgot how to talk. What was I doing there?
Have you been given, we just need you to announce this, do this, or were they just like,
get on stage, riff?
No, there was a brief sort of like, this is what we want to do. We want to introduce the judges, talk to the judges, and then just your job is to fill the gap between, because there'll be a period where, and Georgie like solved this problem for me the second day, but it didn't really occur to me. I'm an interviewer. I realised, the reason she wants me there is to interview the people
the
on
judges.
stage.
That you're in,
the judges and the talent.
Who are you? How long have you been doing this?
That would have made it a really successful judging portion of the competition. But I totally forgot that's one of my skills.
And you were there for you.
I forgot that I was there for other people. And instead, what I did was I just talked to the audience. And what I did, suddenly I became Freddie Mercury. And I was in front of a crowd. But and I remember like Georgie, after every time I'd say, well, come on, contestant, and the contestant would come on stage, and I'd say, what is it that you want to show us? And then the person the canvas person would show the tattoo and then go to the judge. And then at that point, but on the second day, I'd learned by then to just talk to the artist, right? They're interesting. That's who the people were here to see in the first place.
Basically, the person is a piece of paper.
Yeah, that person's a canvas. This is the artist. Let's talk to them, right? I learned that on the second day. Sadly, on the first day, this hadn't occurred to me. So what I did was I'd go see the judge, and then I'd edge to the front of the stage and make uncomfortable small talk with the audience. and I would say things like, I don't even know I wish I knew what the tee up to it was, but for some reason I started talking about my dad.
At this note,
And,
if anyone has videos of the tee up,
Yes, burn them immediately. That'd be lovely.
please send them to
Yes,
us.
absolutely, that'd be
So
wonderful.
that we have some kind of context for what's about to come out of his mouth.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, what I said, it doesn't really make sense, the things I said, because it was all a bit of a blur. But after every one, I remember, after me trying to make a joke, I remember Georgie would be in the crowd. She'd go, "How long did the tattoo take to make?" Yeah. How long did the tattoo take to do?
Heckled
Really
by
trying
a
to save you.
professional.
And then I'd go, "Yeah, that's right." So I'd go, "Oh, how long did the tattoo take to do?" "Oh, yeah, that's brilliant." 6-7 years ago, I remember, and then I start riffing and tell a story. And for some reason, I started saying to the audience, I started just yelling at an alarmed audience about the state of mind of my father's relationship. I don't know what possibly could have set me up to have talked about this.
Flu-induced hysteria.
Yeah, I was very tired.
Has he got lots of tattoos, your dad?
No. Well, he's got a few. He's got a funny one on his hand that my mum made him get covered up. It was just a circle face with a huge cock instead of a nose. So my dad, maybe that's
Looking
why.
at Steve's, there's a theme.
We've got the same taste
Yeah.
in ink. And I used my tattoos as the foundation for jokes on the second day, which went down relatively well.
Right.
point.
But honestly, I started just saying, at one point, so I was talking about my dad. I said, "Dad, are you here?" "Oh, God, I see his face in every crowd," and having an emotional breakdown in front of the audience. And then I said, I pointed at one of my tattoos. Like, "Oh, I got rubbish tattoos. I got a tattoo of my brother's name on my arm." I spoke to him for 11 years. For some reason, just started to just hammer the audience with my own personal trauma. It wasn't very well. I'm not very well man.
No, apparently not.
And so I somehow staggered through it.
I'm dying of embarrassment for you.
No, I love
Yeah.
it.
The fact that you kept fucking going.
I was really I really sort of saw it through right to the end. I'm trying to remember what other things I
Whether
said.
they liked it or
And
not.
I started flirting with a big muscly dude. Come on, I went, "Oh, Merry Christmas!" Look at this fella. and this guy, I was like, and as he came up the stairs, it was a really beautiful, muscular, young dude, and he had a back piece in his ass tattooed. And he came up, and I was like, "Who's this strapping young specimen?" just got really gay, and that made
Super camp.
made
Sweet.
probably him and everybody uncomfortable because I was leering at this young dude tattooed up with back his ass, but he did look magnificent. There was another dude who came up, big burly dude, and I said, they were like, "How long did the tattoo?" Yelling
Prompting
questions at me.
you
Yeah,
to
but I
do
said to him,
your
I go, "What do you do to look like that?" Jeez, I was like, "Good Lord, look at you, strapping great fella."
We'd like to thank them for inviting you back for the second day.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
very
Very good.
ambitious,
Or
Georgie,
the
very
idea
noble.
person, it can't be any worse than that. I promise he's
Yeah.
not normally like that.
But so when I got off the stage the first time, I thought that I honed in on 2 or 3 people that were laughing, right? And I thought this is for them now. They're my audience. They like what I'm putting out there, because the whole thing was joke. The dad thing was jokes, but whether or not everyone whether everyone knew it was a joke or not was the situation. So when I got off stage, a woman came up to me and I was like, "Oh, it's going to be praise for me, and I need it because I'm not sure how that went." Right? And she said, "That was okay."
Oh,
And I went, "Oh," and then she said, "The crowd wasn't really with you, though, was it?" And I went, "Well, no, I suppose not. No, and I suppose you're right." And I was like, so my confidence, and it's because my brain's very good at flooding me with a reality filter, right? Reality could be whatever I need it to be, okay? And it works very quickly. And this woman, as it was coming down, this woman said that, and it went, they retreated, and I was left there with the bare, naked, cold reality of what I'd actually just been
you'll
doing.
crash out on stage.
So I was very ill, so I went straight home afterwards,
Good boy.
very, very poorly. And then I thought, right, tomorrow I'm going to fucking nail this. I'm going to come back and nail it tomorrow. The actual festival itself was incredible. The artists are amazing. Velvet Thunder. There was 2 lads that played that I really liked. I really want to shout out.
Fee.
Their names were these 2 young lads. Instructions unclear.
That's it.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
good name.
They were brilliant. Just 2 young
What
lads.
style of music?
They did heavy metal. They did their own songs. It was fucking ace. And I wasn't sure at first when I got up. I thought, wow, they're just a couple of young lads, and we'll just sort of sit through this. And they just fucking blew me away.
And they were
Really
on
good.
both days, weren't they?
Are these
I
local
don't know. Were they on the
Yeah, I
first day
think,
as well?
I think they were on both days. Yeah.
Oh well, no.
Do
I
you know local lads or?
Yeah, they are local lads. I think both of them are local. So wherever they are, very impressed. They were ace. I remember at one point, I still wasn't very well. It was on the second day, and it's been late in the day. And I was with Shannon McCoy, Georgie's sister, and one of the guys was her client. And she was like, "What do you think? They're amazing, aren't they?" And for some reason, I said, I don't know what happened to my brain the whole weekend. But I said to her, I go, "Oh yeah, what must it be like to be young, beautiful, playing guitar, out in the sunshine like this? Oh, give me a break." I was like, feel like all bitter and
bad vibe.
I was like,
hiding it behind humour.
yeah, I was all like sort of bitter and old and fat. And these boys are beautiful and young and talented.
Can I just move this across to, obviously normally when you have like your singing or whatever, you have a crowd with us. There's a group of at least 8 of us giving you the little virtual high fives, etc. This wasn't the case, obviously, except for the 3 people you picked, but you did have in the crowd.
No,
No,
I wasn't.
George wasn't
I wasn't
there? Or did you run away
I'd
at that
gone
point?
home.
George
yeah.
bailed by that point. Yeah, everyone I really that I knew had bailed by that point.
No, I would have
So
been.
it was
like,
it was a-
like the only person.
yeah. And I bet that is the case. I bet you would have found it.
Yeah,
funny.
oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
Just kept moving around the crowd.
yeah. I wonder if it would have been good. But yeah, it was just a sort of sea of
Tumbleweed.
underwhelmed strangers. And so the second day,
Right.
I came at it and I said to everyone, I'm going to nail it today. It's going to be professional. I understand now that you want me up there in the capacity of interviewer, right? I
Which
get
I
that.
believe you might be good at.
Yes, which actually is one of my skills. yeah, should be fucking you for that. Yeah. But I was like, I normally leave that sort of thing to Kevin, but all right, I'll go up there and do it. And then I did it a little bit better, but instead of asking the questions I should have asked, like, what was your tattoo? I found myself asking things like, so what's your favourite Pokemon? and then one dude fucking hammered me. Right, one dude hammered me. I was like, I said to this bloke, I go, "Hey, what's your favourite Pokemon?" He goes, "I'm 30. I don't play Pokemon." And I went, "Oh,
Yeah.
fuck!" And I was like, wounded.
Me too.
And then so I made a joke out of being like real wounded on stage about it, and then he goes, Charizard. I was like, I knew it. We've all got one. Yeah, you're the right age demographic. I thought so. Fucking woo.
Trying to
So
be
and then
cool.
the second day was a lot better. My jokes went down much better the second day because I was more confident.
Still persisted with them though.
Yeah, you ain't stopping me if you ain't stopping me. Whatever character I seem to find myself in on stage, it's like a lottery. I'm not sure when I get up on the steps and have a microphone in my hand. I'm not sure which of my many characters take over.
But they'll always have a little jokey joke.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the second day's character was much funnier than the first day's character.
Excellent.
And much more professional, streamlined. I knew people's names. I even made a joke on the first day of like, because I was supposed to say, here's such and this person's name from this studio. Come on up. And then they tell me their name properly. And then when I leave, I'm supposed to go, that was Amy from Tattoo Studio. But and I was like, after 3 of them, I was like, why can't I fucking remember anyone's names? I keep like, I let the audience in on the joke because I kept going. And here's the guys. Come on up, guys. See you later, guys. I kept forgetting and let the audience in. I think the audience were worried because I was vulnerable. You know what I mean? They could have seen I was a very vulnerable man up there.
Did you see any faces both days out in the crowd?
What, that were unhappy faces or just faces? in general?
Did you look out
'Cause I
there
saw
and
great
go,
many.
oh, it's you again?
Yeah, the second day there's a few people that found it really funny the first day, and I thought if I just focus in on them, I can get through the second one. I know, and I enjoyed both. I had a great time, but just mixed reactions. So I saw Georgie yesterday in Asda, and I was like, and I could see she was knackered. She's the last person who want to talk to me probably because I fucking waffle, and she's like, "I want to fucking go, leave me alone." So I was conscious not to keep her for too long, but I was like, "Listen, next year, please let me do it again, right?"
I'd like to go.
Yeah. Well, no.
You
no.
do you. I'll do the interviewing.
Oh yeah. That'd have been so much better. You actually would have. I suppose if you are interested in tattoos and stuff like that, really like on a deep level, you find it. Yeah, we do it next time. That'd be a good idea. I'll pitch that to Georgie if she ever talks to me again. And so when I saw Asda, I was like, listen, I saw a photo of myself yesterday on that stage. Harrowing stuff. I look like my fucking grandfather. I was wearing this essentially. Hoodie, trackies, right? And I'm about fucking 8 stone overweight, and I'm worried because I'm on stage, right? So the picture is me, fat, worried, sweating, looking I was like, God, it was very alarming, and then not really resonate with the crowd at the same time. Yeah. So I said to Georgie, this time next year, I'm going to be fucking in shape. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have material prepared. I'm going to be exactly what you want me to be.
How about we just go with prepared and...
No, I can't look like that on stage again. It's mortifying.
Right, first off, buy bigger hoodies.
Well, maybe that's it, but I'm not sure there's a hoodie big enough
You've
anymore.
shaved your mustache already.
Yeah.
Yes. I must say, the other mistake I made that day, sadly, was I grew, for the first time,
I like the tash.
I liked the
moustache.
tash. I don't. You said on the day
Mm-hmm.
the outfit didn't complement the mustache.
If I'd gone just maybe shirt or maybe smarter, do you think?
I thought you were going to
don't
wear
know.
something with the show on.
I should have. Yeah, I don't have anything with that. So I need to get
we
some.
need
Yeah,
that sorted.
yeah,
If anyone wants to contribute,
yeah. Some merch. Yeah,
merchandise.
yeah. So the mustache, maybe something a bit more formal would have worked. But I look like a sex predator.
Everyone has them now. You think you look like, but everyone has those fucking mustaches now.
They do,
Yeah.
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 That
Is
and
it-
what do you call it? A mullet.
Is
Yeah.
it Charlie Russell that's in
Oh, the
the
guitar.
band?
Yeah,
yeah, and he has quite a mustache.
Yes,
right?
but George, he's fucking sexy, dark, mysterious, talented, tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can buy whatever he fucking likes.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. The whole thing, a lot of them were brilliant. The bands were fucking exceptional, really great. So yeah. Sadly, I had a mustache. I was very self-conscious about my mustache because that was a decision that I made, and I looked like I was going to fucking. Maybe that's why the audience didn't warm to me because like, that looks like a paedophile. That is a big, sweaty, uncomfortable
With a
paedophile.
child.
I didn't think you
Yeah.
looked
Walking
like
around with a child you've
paedophile.
stolen from.
Walk with someone's child. Yeah,
I didn't think you looked like a paedophile, mate.
Thank you, George. Appreciate that.
Steve, everyone in Yeovils sees you in a hoodie and tracksuit trousers pretty much every day of your life.
Yeah.
So what changed that day?
So what you're saying is
The
maybe
hysteria.
yeah, maybe it's on brand.
It was very
Yeah.
hot as well. I could
Yeah,
see
why
that.
hoodie?
Yeah.
Because my stomach's trying to fucking get away from me. I can't
Baggy
fucking.
t-shirts.
No, there's no
You've
t-shirt
been my
baggy
friend
enough.
now for how many years? Did you ever see me wear a skin tight?
Yeah, but now
t-shirt?
my
No, there's a reason.
my stomach now has never been bigger. It's trying to fucking get away from me. It's trying to. It looks like the middle of a dwarf star exploding, like the fucking ingredient, the fabric of the universe is expanding away from me.
Perhaps we can
little
for
ice
the
in
next episode we can cover overweight for O.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You probably should.
Oh yeah,
You can tell George lives on his own.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's. But yeah, so I want to summarize. So I want to talk about my little thing because I really I loved it.
And please, if anyone was there and has videos, send them in.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Love
I'm trying to
them.
remember.
God.
I'd hate to walk away now and not remember some of the fucking jokes that I said.
I know that you miss things, and there'll be some massive bouts of context that will even make it probably way worse.
Oh yeah. Some of the other jokes, like I said to you outside. For some reason, I was looking at someone's calf and I was flirting with some dude's calf. Right.
Oh, so
And,
you mean leg, not just random.
Yeah,
cow
no,
that you have.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, his leg, and I was like, tattoos look so much better if the part of the body they're on is a toned, handsome canvas.
yeah.
I said, all my tattoos. This is a good gag, right? And I said, sadly, my body looks like a potato that's been punched into a wall. And so the tattoos just look a fucking state. And so that seemed to do well because that's visual comedy because they can see I'm telling the truth. They go, yeah, Jesus Christ, look at that fucking, it's a potato head, look at wanker on the stage. So my favourite tattoo was, so of the 2 days that they were judging, my favourite tattoo was the Optimus Prime. There was an Optimus Prime tattoo, and it was fucking ace. It was
G1
really good.
or Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Right.
And it was on a woman, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, I
I
can't remember.
can't remember. My friend said he saw the person getting it done when we got there,
Yeah.
and like 6 hours later when we left, she was still in the seat getting
Yeah.
it done. So I think
it was ace.
it was an all-dayer.
Yeah.
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 I haven't seen a picture of it, but
Oh, it was wicked. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really good. So yeah, but it was loads of beautiful pieces.
I'll do the job you were supposed to do, and in between, you can do what you love best.
Oh, that would
Steve
free
the
me
star.
up. That
Yeah.
would free me up
I'll
to-
be in the crowd.
George,
Yeah, you have a plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, right. To be fair, my fiance and son were in the crowd. They just
Hiding.
weren't very enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't
was,
get it. They don't get it like we do.
Every time I looked up, they were sort of getting further and further away from the stage. Yeah, but I loved it. Huge shout out to Georgie, her team. Brilliant. For the first time we've ever done that.
hopefully a
Fucking
success,
ace.
and they will return
Yeah.
next year.
And
Yeah.
I would say it definitely felt like it ran well as well. They knew what they were doing.
They were on it, weren't they?
They were
were-
running around.
yeah.
There was always someone
don't get
walking
me
up
wrong,
and
like
down.
the stage and the food and whatnot aspects of it. That's because it's the same as Summerfest last year. It's that same sort of stuff. So that is not, you haven't got to worry about so much about that. But the actual setting it out and running a competition, how long do you give people all that sort of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
must have been quite difficult.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they had to sort of rejig it all the time. But it was just a well-oiled machine. They were a good team. It's all of George's like family and friends, I think. So they just fucking nailed it. And it's almost I think it's a disservice because I said to her, and people have been saying to Georgie probably, it's your first time doing a festival. You nailed that. That undermines how good it was for anyone who's ever done a festival. That was fucking ace.
Oh
They did
yeah,
a really good job.
you normally think at the end like, oh, we just about that turned out all right.
Yeah.
But by the sounds of it, it went.
I would, yeah,
Always.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I would say
it's
so.
yeah.
You wouldn't know it was the first time.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Well,
killed
that's
it.
the
yeah.
mark of a good one.
But yeah, so I'll post on if any videos of photos do emerge, I shall post them.
Yes,
I'm not
of
embarrassed.
course.
I thought I was really funny.
I'm sure you
I
were,
will-
mate.
So I'll
And that's all that matters.
There's times where I told a joke. I remember going, "Oh yeah, fuck," no one's responding. Yeah,
As a tumbleweed hit you in the face.
yeah. I was going, "God damn it!" But Georgie's seemed happy with my sort of contribution, which is the main thing. In fact, she had, even though she had to interview half people from the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
audience. Yeah.
Thank you again,
Yeah,
Georgie.
yeah.
Welcome back anytime.
Yeah, very patient lady. Very patient lady. Appreciate it. Right, so fellas, I'm done. Kev, it's your job
Yeah,
actually. Kev,
yeah,
fucking
my job.
ignore me. You go.
Anything to add, George?
No, I don't
He
think so.
doesn't.
No.
He had a lot to cover there.
Yeah, I was a spectator the whole time, so I wasn't really involved. Just went there for the day. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
nice.
lovely, nice to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to everyone at Tattoo Fest and from the Steve Kelly Show. That's goodbye.
Yes, I'm very sorry.
Really, really sorry.